Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back here in Atlanta, the beautiful broadcasting center. I'm Bob Costin, and we're in the middle of a great soccer game between the U.S. and Nigeria down at RFK. It's a great, exciting game. They're at halftime right now. USA has scored 2, and Nigeria has 1. So good hopes for the U.S. so far in the gold medal game. We'll try to get you out there. We don't have any cameras, I don't think, but we'd like to tell you that coming up immediately is a wonderful tale of struggle and triumph. It's the story of J.B. Wade as he comes up from a young boy struggling with, I guess idiocy would be the proper word, no athletic talent. He can't even stand on his own feet, the poor kid. And it's an interview with his parents that it'll just tear at your heartstrings. It brought tears to me every time I've seen it. They tell of his days when he just had nothing going for him. He just sat in front of the TV, smoking his crack all day long, nothing else going for him. Basically a loser kid until a soccer coach said that he should play. He tried out with baseball. He couldn't hold the bat. He tried it for football. He got beaten up every day. So basically, the story of a weakling going to today an Olympic athlete. J.B. Wade has come a long way. You see his father out on the field with him pushing, telling J.B. that he's got to do this. He's got to do it for the family. It's the biggest thing in his life, when really it is. Every young child needs to see something like this, maybe minus the crack parts. It's I tell you, it's just amazing. The New York Times critically acclaimed it. Okay, now they're starting the second half of the soccer game. Looks like the USA is dominating pretty well. Now it's sure to be an exciting game. Just great Olympic stuff. Anyway, back to we'll be taking to it in a few moments. I'd just like to say that every family member needs to watch this. It's true. It's real life. It's any filmmaker's romantic dream. I tell you, these people are wonderful. They really push each other, and you can see that J.B. Wade has sure come a long way as a member of the team, really supporting his country. He hasn't exactly played on the team. He's been able to get them water and even cheer a little bit, but I mean, he's really doing his part here. So we really want you all to watch that coming up right next. We'd like to know if the gold medal match between USA and Nigeria is on. The USA leading 3-1 now. 3-1. Exciting stuff. USA really pouring it on here in the final half of 40 minutes that we can. Great. So now we'd like to take you to the mini short J.B. Wade struggle of a boy. It's great.
He was always a very spindly little kid. He's always falling down. Well, we didn't know it was epilepsy at first. He was sort of blacked out at times, and we didn't think he'd be an athlete at all, did we, Ethel?
He was such a poor little thing. I always just wanted to kind of pick him up and protect him. He just didn't look like he was going to get anywhere.
That little cowboy hat, he had that cowboy hat when he was 5 years old.
So
he was awful cute, but
he was all covered with bruises all the time.
All the time, bruises, and then the accident.
Oh, no.
The accident. That
was terrible.
We
thought we'd lost him.
Came through town, and he never saw it coming. It just sort of...
He was stumbling
like that, right?
across the tracks.
Right like that. He just got hit right into the bushes, and we thought he was a goner.
Oh, that was the worst day of our lives.
Yes, that was definitely... We had 3 other kids that were all...
But this one, there was something special about him.
Especially his lack of any kind of athletic... Well, the accident changed all that.
He actually wasn't that bright either.
Traction
it didn't seem like he knew what he was doing half the time.
He was in traction for at least 4 months.
He was just a cute kid, though, don't you think? He was cute as anything.
Then those walkers, he'd be back and forth on those walkers.
He had a certain spunk.
Yeah, he did. And that's when I thought, gee, if he should stand on his 2 feet and get up there.
Kid with spunk like that.
and
Just to
try
keep going.
something. For gosh sakes, he was just lying around the house watching TV show after TV. He said, "Get up, JB,
Stand.
JB, stand on your 2
Stand.
feet. Get up and play something." Well, that wasn't such a good idea. Yeah,
Poor
he
thing.
tried.
It was a sad
He tried.
struggle.
First, it
It's
was
like a little mosquito. Sort
yeah,
of.
right.
Yeah.
It was when he got up to bat. You know, it was just the bat. He just had trouble holding it up. You know, and
Yeah,
then he'd
he'd be
swing. He'd
sweating and
swing just as hard as he
grunting.
could, but he'd fall over and she
We
never. hit
got
the
one of
ball.
those styrofoam bats after a while.
The styrofoam bat helped a
Yeah.
little bit. Then we thought football, but then those injuries, you know, with this creaky kind of walk that he had.
And the way the kids just used to pick them up and carry them around on their arm
So
sort of didn't seem tough enough.
eventually I had an idea. One of our good friends was a soccer coach. He could play soccer. He was now about 10.
Somebody
Wasn't he 10?
saw what he had
And he
deep
was-
inside.
He didn't have to be on crutches 24 hours a day anymore, and so we just signed him up for youth soccer.
Boy, a lot of driving though.
Yeah,
It was worth it.
yeah. He wasn't very good at soccer either.
No.
It was, you know, the ball, his feet were the worst part, actually. You know, if
Yeah.
he could just hit the ball with his hands, he'd been all right,
Yeah.
but they
He
said he
was
couldn't
kinda-
do that.
He was
not
kind
in
of scared of
soccer.
the ball too at
He-
first.
he'd
I mean,
run-
you can't blame him.
He'd run right
Oh, it knocked
away.
him right down.
He'd run away from the ball when it came towards him, but we said, "Get up, get on your 2 feet
Yep.
and do something."
Do something. Do something.
Get up, son.
No.
Just like that, JB.
Okay.
Get up.
Not the way.
Then there came the drug addiction when he was in his teens. You know, he
A
just.
little setback there.
You know, I felt that really he did have the ability to overcome the crack, and
That was a setback.
you know, it was partly his physical disabilities that I
Well,
thought
you know,
drove
he
him
had
in
a
that
hard-
direction.
Childhood. That wasn't easy.
The alcohol. Well, you know, we weren't the greatest role models.
Well, okay. So, but we needed to take care of ourselves, you know, too.
That's
This
right.
was tough.
This was a hard blow to us.
You have to do what you have to do.
And so he sort of fell back on his weight training. And having that dumbbell sort of fall on his midsection. And that surgery.
Yeah. But that sort of brought him around.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It did.
sobered him up.
He just couldn't get the crack when he was in traction again.
Yeah. The DTs were horrible to watch.
Yeah, especially when he had all those stitches. They just kept on popping out. The stitches kept on popping out. But he went on to college, and you know things started to turn around
He wasn't
for him
all that
there.
bright, you know. He had
You know, he
spunk.
switched from the crack. He got on to good straight alcohol beverages, beer.
Yep.
Nothing
That's
more
what
than
we
3-2
support.
beer.
Yep.
That's what I say. As I told you twice, you hold the ball like this. You kick it like that. You don't kick it with your toe. You kick it with the inside of your foot. Don't you understand? Can't you get anything straight? Don't you listen to your coaches ever?
My psychic told me.
Your psychic, forget your psychic. I don't want to hear anything from your psychic anymore.
Oh.
You're in training here. You got to stay in training. No more crack. I'm
More
telling
crack?
you, no more crack.
But I gotta have it, Daddy.
You no more crack, JB.
No.
You're off of crack.
No.
And you got to practice. You can't just lie there on the ground. You
No.
just can't lie there on the ground and expect to play soccer in the championship level.
What about pixie sticks?
Pixie sticks? Forget pixie sticks. No pixie sticks. You can have a little beer now and then, but no pixie sticks.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Now get up there
practice.
and get into the game.
Practice.
You got to get your head into the
Gotta
game.
practice.
Yeah, you got to practice. You got to get your head into the game.
Get
First,
my head into the game.
get your head into the game.
Gotta get my head into the game.
That's right. You got to get your head
Yeah!
into the game. Yeah.
Yeah!
Go for it. So he got out there and he made the team. And you know, the rest of it just come along. Just if he just wouldn't be so afraid of the ball.
Yeah, that running away thing just didn't really
Yeah.
help very much.
Well, the running sort of gained his speed.
yeah, probably.
It
That's
got
how
him to be
he
very
sort of started
fast.
really developing
And
that
we just
running.
kept on yelling, wrong way!
Go on,
Wrong
come on,
way,
pick
JB.
yourself up.
Yeah.
Wrong way. Go
Come
the other
on.
way.
He started to catch on.
Yeah. And so he started running the other way, and occasionally, you know, he'd hit the ball, and
Yep.
some scout saw him and said, that boy is
A lot of potential.
a lot of potential. Not much of an athlete, but a lot of potential.
Not
He runs
that bright,
very
actually.
fast. He was, so, we're very proud of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes. He's come a long way.
To make the
A
Olympic
long
team
way.
was an accomplishment.